Hello and welcome to GWTF, GW's first news show since Crossfire. Except, here at GWTF, we won't be playing host to 2 different opinions, we'll be hosting 10,000. However, due to the size of our studio, we've decided to take on the British model and represent the other 9,999 opinions virtually. Now, although this may seem odd at first, the British model already has incredible support among GW's female population, because even though almost no one wears wigs, almost all the girls wear unnecessary tights. Here at GWTF, we believe in a different brand of news. Our news may not be factual, and our sources may not be checked. Instead, we like to keep with the precedent set by our GW star tour guides, in that the truth just isn't as interesting or attractive. Because, let's face it folks, telling the truth can only result in 2 things. You wanting to go to college here, and your parents forcing you to pay for it. Because, let's face it, one of the most sexually active dorms in the country isn't exactly what your mom wants to hear when talking about your upcoming freshman accommodations. It's like old folks' homes. Everybody knows they're rampant with sexual activity, but if the orderly told your parents that, it could only result in 2 things. Your mom saying, "No thanks," and grandma having a heart attack from joyous anticipation. Either way, the orderly has lost his business. Here at GWTF, we believe in airing news for you, by you, when we feel like it. If it's campus news and you care about it, then we do too, just slightly less. Now, GW... I don't know if you've noticed, but our student body is like an out-of-whack baseball team. There are almost twice as many catchers as there are pitchers. Now this sad statistic was the subject of a recent Hatchet article titled "Gender Gap Hinders Dating." The article made it clear that GW's dating scene is horribly disproportionate, with a 57% girl to 43% guy ratio. And when you count the number of guys at GW playing baseball for the other team, that percentage gets even worse. I mean, for the girls at GW, dating is a dog-eat-dog world. And the problem? Most of those dogs are bitches. Now, in this kind of environment, girls will have to try something new. Like talking. I've heard that works. Or for the girls on the GW equestrian team, try getting off your high horses. Guys can't see you up there anyways. Now, the author of this article said that with the slim pickings here at GW, many of her friends were forced to seek boyfriends back home, which makes GW yet another clear example of how outsourcing is killing the American economy. Now, GW, I know what you're thinking. That statement is blatantly feminist and anti-male. However, you clearly misunderstood. The person interviewed in this article is clearly short, because like we've all experienced when picking apples, if you don't have a ladder, there's never any low-hanging fruit. Now GW, that's not a lazy attitude. It just makes sense. Some women have standards and refuse to play by the mainstream rules. You see, mainstream rules say dating is like gardening. Hoes get all the action. But people with standards think the opposite. People with standards think dating should be a truly in-depth and visual experience. And for these lovebirds, I recommend chat roulette. If you're not completely disgusted in 7 seconds or less, you may be in love. The author also complained that due to GW's gender imbalance, girls were being forced to be persistent and proactive. Yes, that's right, folks. Long gone are the good old days of prearranged marriages, when men would just come to you, or for that matter, for you. Now, the article also noted that it's hard to find love in bars or frat parties, saying that guys at those venues were, quote, shallow. Now, you may say, duh, or no wonder you're having trouble trying to find a needle in a haystack, but I say that metaphor is false. Clearly, at a frat party, there's more than one needle. Because if you're a girl and you go into the basement, you're bound to get poked from all directions. So ladies, I urge you to try and find a respectable guy. If you fail, simply try again. If you fail twice, maybe consider playing for the other team. That should get a guy's attention. And just remember, although the pickings at GW are slim, There are no ugly men in this world, only sober women. Now in other news, GW, I'm sure you all know about Tiger Woods' marital woes. However, did you know that rapper Snoop Dogg has recently come out in Tiger's defense? Yes. In an interview on The View, Snoop Dogg said that family is the most important thing in a man's life, but he's confident that Tiger can get back on track. Now it all becomes clear. I finally understand Snoop Dogg's mega hit, Gin and Juice. It was all about family. And when he said he had his mind on his money and his money on his mind, he must have meant child support. Because let's face it, nothing keeps a family together like money for groceries. Now I believe in Tiger, and I sincerely hope that Snoop Dogg's actions will prompt other famous musicians to come out and support. For example, I think now is the perfect time for a remix of Jay-Z's mega hit, now to be titled, I Got 99 Problems, But a Family Ain't One. And with that, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, 3 Guy Productions, and take a moment to go to commercial. Coming this season on Fox. Get ready for a hilarious new dorm room comedy that's so funny it'll have you peeing your pants. From the guys who brought you 2G, 1C, 4G, no B. 4 guys, no bathroom. Check out the hilarious hijinks that'll ensue when 4 guys spend a whole semester without going pee or poo. Starring Keg McHanson, Jim Polo, Beers and Bitches, baby, Tank,
Clobbering time,
and Rebelli.
MC Hammered. Yes, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are the champions.
Well, that's the end of the beer.
Yeah,
Man, I gotta take a wicked pee.
yeah, I've had to pee too.
What?
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Shit, what do we
It's
do?
locked.
What do we do? What do we do?
It's
What do we
locked.
do?
It's locked.
Oh. I gotta pee so bad.
Should we close the blinds? Screw it. Screw it. Using the sink.
Too late.